Hey, how's it going? I just got home from New York a bit ago, so I'm sort of unpacking a lot of clothes that need, washed and such, so that I can get ready to go back to Ohio U in a week. But I might as well, while you're here, I might as well talk about what the summer was like. Spent a lot of time in New York City. Don't really get that opportunity that much. You know, not something a lot of people get to do. I was very fortunate. I'm very grateful that it happened. It's a really wonderful place. There's all sorts of. It really is the melting pot, the fondue of 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 America, of the world. It's the great American melting pot. Yeah, I had a lot of really great experiences in the city. It's like 3 months in the city can really go a long way, and oh boy, my biggest fear was that I would get lost. There's a lot of train systems, and that's tough. The first thing you do is so I took an Amtrak train there. You get off at Penn Station. The first thing they have you do, if they say, are you going to be here for an extended amount of time, what you need to do is learn the train system. So they take you into this alley, and they say, where do you want the tattoo? And I said, what tattoo? And they tattoo the entire um, you know, New York City train system wherever you want, and I got it on my butt. I got the New York City train system tattooed on my butt. So anytime that someone asks me on the street, like, "Oh, hey, how do I get to this train?" and I say, "Check out my ass," you know what I mean? it's a, it's funny. Yeah, just oh god, so many stories. Where do I begin? One day it's like I'm down at I'm down by the Brooklyn Bridge eating some ice cream, and who walks up to me but Rudy Giuliani, and he says, "Hey, you're that Ryan Gabus kid." And I was like, "Yeah, how did you know?" He's like, "Hey man, I heard you're new in town. I heard you're the hot thing, hot commodity." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess this really is a New York moment. Just, you show up in town and everyone knows your name, and it feels great." Here's what he said: "Every day doesn't get better, but it doesn't get worse." And I thought to myself, that's a platitude of New York living. What do you know? I got a job at a bar in Queens in Long Island City. That's where the train map that I got tattooed on my butt came in handy, because I would have to take the 7 from Grand Central over to Vernon Jackson, the first stop in Long Island City. But the 7 is an unreliable train. It was just kind of the thing where it wouldn't be running all the time. From where I was in Brooklyn, I'd have to take a 4-5 up to Grand Central. That would take forever. If the 7 was not running from there, I'd have to catch the 6 up to 59th, take 59th over to Queensboro Plaza. From there, take a shuttle that would take me to Vernon Jackson. Ridiculous. Advice I would offer is, just even if you go, as a tourist one day, I'd say get the ice cream. The ice cream is very good, and you know what ice cream I'm talking about. Also, do the pizza, like a New York slice. Get a New York slice. Get a New York hot dog. Get a calzone. Make sure you eat it on the Brooklyn Bridge. Go to the Brooklyn Bridge. Go to a hot dog stand, any hot dog stand. Get a hot dog. Walk to the Brooklyn Bridge wherever you are. I don't care if it gets cold. Walk to the Brooklyn Bridge. Stand on the Brooklyn Bridge. Anywhere on the bridge. Eat that hot dog. You're gonna know what it's like. You're gonna know that you've made it. I saw a few good concerts. They put a lot of really cool ones on in Staten Island. So like I would have to, take the 2-3 up to Battery Park, go all the way down to East Harlem, West Harlem, go up to Chelsea, shoot over a bit to Greenwich Village, go back to Chelsea, up to Yonkers. Yonkers is a popular place. You walk outside, celebrities are everywhere. Like, you're lucky if you miss a celebrity, because a lot of the celebrities started seeing me so much that they were like, "Can I have your autograph?" And I said, "No, Rudy Giuliani, no, you can't have my." Taylor Swift, because she's living there now. I saw her all the time. The Strokes, just all of the Strokes. Rudy Giuliani, and I ran into Alec Baldwin. I'm two blocks away from the Flatiron Building, And I see Alec Baldwin, and I was just like, hey man, I loved you in 30 Rock and all that stuff and The Departed. And he was like, oh, thanks, Ryan. I was just like, I'll tell you what, though, I'm kind of short on change. I need to just get a single ride on the metro because it's 2 a.m. and it's late and I don't know how to get home. He said, hey man, where do you live? And I said, I live, east of Brownsville, south of Prospect Park, north of Bushwick, west of, Yonkers. He said, oh, well, I know exactly where that is. Why don't you look over there? He walks me to the corner of the street. Of course, the Chrysler building is right there. He says, here's another thing. And then we walk to the end of the other street, and then there's the Empire State Building. 30 Rock is right there. He's like, why don't you come upstairs? I'll show you where I shot all the episodes. And he takes me into Jack Donaghy's office. We have a few, you know, chili dogs, and we're kicking it there. And then who joins us but Johnny Depp and Paul Newman's hologram. We've had quite a few drinks, and it's sunrise, and we're all about ready to walk home. And Alec Baldwin holds me back a sec. He's like, "Hey, you guys get out of here. I need to have a chat with my friend Ryan." And we talk. I was like, "I'm really." Is there any advice you can offer me? I'm really worried about, finding a job in the city and all that, and it's kind of an intimidating place. Is there any advice you can have? Like, what do you tell yourself? And he said, "Hey, kid, look around you. You're in New York." That that's just kind of that was my mantra for the rest of the summer.